sweet to me. This is where I wanna be. On up with you, supersonic. We're on fire, rocking love alive. On up with you. Just in the backseat of the Beamer, put my feet up, how you feeling? Yeah, yeah. Just in the backseat of the Beamer, put my feet up, how you feeling? Yeah. Just in the backseat of the Beamer, put my feet up, how you feeling? Yeah, yeah. Just in the backseat of the Beamer.
Welcome back to Collectibles for another fan home review and tutorial. And as always, please do hit that bell notification. Please do like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help. And feel free to leave me a comment. And as you can see, we are back with the Fast and Furious Mark IV Supra, Brian's orange Supra from the very first Fast and Furious film. As you can see, we are back with now issues 79 and 80. As you can see, we're doing a bit more work on the dash by the looks of it. So without further ado, we'll have a look at issue 79 first. Okay, so as you can see, we've got issue 79 and issue 79's parts. So looks like we're doing a bit of work around dials and a bit on the dash. Put that to one side and we'll have a look through the book. A bit about the new Toyota Supra. Very nice looking car. And then that to a Fiat 500. Different ends of the scale. A bit about the loyal bodyguard. Cars don't fly. The Lycan Hypersport, I think it was called, something like that. That went from one building to another one in Dubai in the film. As you can see, dashboard part 2. And then putting these parts together. And then what it'll look like when it's complete. Okay, so here we have all the parts for issue 79 laid out. And as you can see, we've got a bag with 2 light lenses in, a bag with a single lens in, sorry, a cluster lens. Got this little chrome bit. We've got these little black knobs, buttons, some CP screws, some DPs, these little red lights, front and back of the cluster gauges, some other bits, looks like maybe some kind of rev canter or maybe a turbo canter, inner part of the top of the dash. So quite a bit to do in this issue actually. So without further ado, we'll have a look, see where we've got to start. I think we're going to need the main part of the dash back out. Okay, so the first step is we need this part here, which is like a top part of the inner sun visor on the dash, and I believe this is just a push fit. Just get this into place and then we should just better push it and lock it in. Just make sure it's nice and flat against there. There it is. That's how that looks. Nice little piece. There we go. Really cool looking piece on a dash with all the carbon fibre. Okay, so the next step is we're going to bring this dash piece in. As you can see, there's an inner lip in these. If you have it around this way, this is the side that goes facing outwards. Then if we turn it over, inner lip is where we're going to lay these lenses. Now you get a bag with 2 lenses in and a bag with a single lens in. The single lens is the middle, and then the other 2 lenses are the outside ones. I've seen some people are putting these in and they are a little tight to get in. I feel you might just need to just give this maybe a little sand down on the outside. I don't know, actually that one seems to have dropped in. Get me cotton bud. Looks like that's pretty well much actually in. Yep, that one looks alright. If I get the 2 lenses to the other 2. See if we can't get these laced in. May need to take a little bit off these, I don't know yet. They're really tight. Yeah, a little bit off the edge. Yeah, I'll take a little bit off. But just with a little nail file, I'll just take a little bit off right around the edge, just to make it a bit more of a comfortable fit, because I don't really want to break these lenses. Okay, so I just sanded that one down on the edge, put it in. So the centre one's in, that one's in. I'll just put this one in as well. See, now I've just sanded them a little bit. And get them right in. There we go. That's all the gauges in. So all the gauge lenses all in and in correctly. And what we're going to do now is place these in, and these go in quite flat. There we go, that's what they look like from the other side. Very cool. Then we're going to rotate this over, and then these are going to go in place like so. And then need this go over the back. It's going to hold it all in place, and then it's just going to be held in with CP screws right through them. Okay, so just need to line this up all correctly. As you can see, that one's starting to go in, so I'm just going to button up the other side as well first before I do them up tightish. I won't go too tight because they're plastic thread, and you will just strip the thread out if you go tight. Just want to go tight enough so it don't move about. That's what it looked like from that side. Fantastic. And then that is the back. Okay, so this is wire B, and as you can see, it's got 3 LEDs, so one at the top, 2 at the bottom. Now if I spin this around, that is pretty well much. If we line up the holes either side, then we'll just peel this back a little bit, so top and bottom, so this all matches up. And this is going to be held in with 2 DP screws, one either side. Be very careful with this because you don't want to break the board. So when you do your DP screw up, just tight enough so it just pinches the board, stops it moving about. Don't want it rattling inside the car. That's it. Bit more movement in that, there is. A little bit more on this side. There we go. So that's that in at the back. All looking piece. I'll turn that this way now. See what the next step is. Okay, so the next step is we want this and this gauge. This only goes in one way because there's a little cut out on this. We'll push it into place. Doesn't come out. And then we want this little piece here. If you see at the bottom, like that, we're just going to push this into place, and that will hold that gauge in there as well. Okay, so the next step is we want one of these little red lights off of here. I'm just going to trim one of these off. There we go. Put them to one side. Sprue cutters to one side as well. And then just want this, we want the chrome side, and we're going to push this down the end. If this doesn't fit, you can always probably put a bit of glue on this. I think that's gone in. Okay, so I'll show you a close up of that. There we go. That's what that looks like. I'm going to bring this back of this gauge in. It looks like there's a part there where we push this into. Whoops. Some of the yellow paint starting to come off there. Don't have to push it too hard. Okay, so that's that, and then we got this, and this has got a D-fin on it, so this is only going to go round one way, which is like that, and we're going to push this together. So that's how that sits. It looks like this, it goes through the top hole there. I'm just going to double check. Yep, so this does go through that top hole on the dash. Push this in, fits nice and flush like that. Lovely. Then that leaves us when we've got two of these, which look, and they are pretty well much the same, and these are both got to have a red lens in each end, or an orange lens, whichever way you say it or look at it. There's one, there's two. Quite tricky to get in these. Okay, so just off camera, just clean the edges up a little bit, and then they just pushed right in, so it's a little harder to do, but yeah, both of these are like the same. And there is another two holes on the underneath, and now we're going to position these under here. Push this one in first. Like so. And you can push them in, and then you can maybe after, if you wanted to just angle them a little bit more, you probably could. Okay, so as you see there, that's them there, both angled, looking pretty cool. And the next thing to do is we've got this nice little chrome, some kind of button. This is going to push in the mirror adjustment knob apparently. I'm going to push that in here. That's where that sits. Then we've got two little black knobs. Now this one's got like a fan symbol, looks like it on the end of it, and that is going to go in this hole right here. How easy it is to get in there, I don't know. Not easier than I thought it was going to be. And that's that in now. And then we're going to bring this part in here. I'm going to put it up this way, and then this one is the cigarette lighter, and that's going to go smack bang in the middle. Like so. Then this, we're going to flip the dash over. It looks like this one drops in here. It is literally just a push fit. Now, as you can see, there's a cigarette lighter coming out there. Something you don't see in cars at all now these days. Okay, and that brings us to the end of this issue, and we'll move on to the next one. And here we are with the next issue. So we've got issue 80, and so the issue and then the part. So looks like the last bits to do on the dash. Got some screens in the glove box. Put that to one side and we'll have a look through the book. A bit about the Toyota Corolla. Toyota Corolla Mark II. Plymouth Barracuda, what a car. Proper American muscle. The dashboard part 3. As you can see, we're putting some screens, some vents, and a glove box. Okay, so here are all the parts for issue 80 laid out, and as you can see, we've got some screens, glove box, we've got obviously some stickers for the screens, little sticky tab here, I don't know what that's for yet, some CP screws, some DPs, and some AP screws. So let's have a look, see where we need to start. Okay, so the first step is we're going to take this small screen here, this one, and then we're going to put one of these on. Smack bang in the middle. Okay, so just smooth that over. As you can see, that's all in place. I'll just get my cotton bud. Make sure it's nice and flat. There we go. And we're just going to bring this part of the dash back in, and we're going to insert this screen in there like that. This is going to be held in the back with 2 AP screws. Isn't there AP? Yes, they are AP. And there's one of them. And the other one as well. There we go. That's them in, holding that in. And then we've got these 2 little air vents, like so. It looks like these are going to go in that way or in that way. No, definitely that way. We push fit. Push fit the other side in as well. Now we're going to bring the main part of the dash back in and roll this over, and this then just going to go in that gap there. It's going to be held in by 2 AP screws. No, CP screws. A CP screw on each side. Okay, so I'll hold this in with my hand. So fix it in place while I put the screws in. Put that one in. We'll do the other side as well. dash is really starting to come together now. Loads of detail on this one. Probably don't have to go too tight. Remember, it is a plastic thread, so you can just back it off a little bit as long as there's no movement in it. There we go, look at that. Keep jogging them ones, I just want them equal amount apart. Look at that. Lovely little TV screen there, mounted within the dash. Really, really nice. Okay, so the next step is we've got this. It says before you put this in, you should get this little, I think this is called like 80k. So you can split this in half and like a little sticky tab, I think, in either side. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll put a sticker in, and then we'll put the screen in. Okay, so there's they are. I'll put the little sticky tabs inside. Now I'm just going to take the universal. It's like a radio that comes out and turns up, so you want it that way around, so the radio bit is on top. And then we want to take the universal part, then we're going to just insert this into there. And I'm just going to get my cotton bud, and then make sure this is all down. There we go. I don't know if you need them sticky bits in the back, but it said do it, so I've done it. And then what we're going to do, then got this little screen. Now which way does it go anyway? Put it in that way. The way that goes in. I mean, it ain't coming out, so I would presume that is that. All looking piece. And then this literally goes in. There's two holes in the dash here, and this fits in, I believe, them two holes. There we go, like so. And then this is going to be held in the back with DP screws, 2 DP screws. So I get 2 DP screws out. That's that one. Then we'll do the hole next to it as well. There we go, so that sits now nice and flush on the dash. Look at that, pretty cool that. What is left to do in this stage? Okay, so I think we need this part here. And then we've got this as well. And this, I believe, is just going to be a push fit here. I can line the holes up correctly, there we go. So that's that, pushed into place. Now what we'll do is going to spin the dash over, drop the glove compartment in, like so. And then from the back, then going to attach this. I'm going to make sure it sits in them lower lugs though, down there. Okay, this is held in with CP screws. So 2 of them. Let's hope we don't have the same problems we did with the Skyline glove compartment, where we're having to replace parts later on in the build because it's not fit for purpose. It doesn't close. Might be a bit different with this one though, because there's no wiring inside this glove compartment. It is just literally that. So there we go. Push up, pull down, push up. Probably wouldn't even have my one open. It's got some buttons in there, but probably not enough to warrant having it open. Now all that's left to do, I believe, I'm going to tack this wire down now with a little bit of tape, and I've just tacked it. It says push the wires and go that way, but I don't want to put too much strain on these wires, so I've just gone that way around until I know where this lead's going. If I need to unstick it and re-stick it, that's fine. But yeah, that's what it looks like on the back. That's what that looks like on the front. The only reason I tell you that is just keep it out of the way of the steering rack. But yeah, look at that. That's very cool looking. And that brings us to the end of this issue and the end of this video. As always, please do like and subscribe to the channel. I can't stress how much it really does help. Just ticked over 500, which is massive for the channel. But if you'd like to see more content like this, drop me a like and please do share the video. But as always, your collection, your rules. I'll see you next time.
Just in the backseat of the beamer, put my feet up, how you feeling? Yeah.